If you desire a more minimalist lifestyle, there are two main ways to get there. The first is to declutter your excess possessions that no longer serve you, and the second is to prevent this clutter from coming into your space in the first place. Today, we're going to be addressing 3 specific strategies to curb clutter. Hello you guys, and welcome to Abundantly Minimal. My name is Sarah, and I'm really happy you're joining us today for us to talk about ways that we can prevent clutter from coming into our lives. As you may know, if you've been around this channel for a while, I have a lot of videos related to decluttering, but as important as decluttering is, my particular preference to focus on is the preventative measures, preventing this clutter from coming into your house in the first place. Not only do you save yourself a major headache and time and energy later on, but you save so much more money this way too because you don't have these additional costs coming into your life. But our society is set up in a way that is very tempting to us, and there's a lot of ways that this clutter can easily infiltrate our lives and make more of an issue later on. So today I want to share my best tips to help you not have to deal with that situation, and depending on your lifestyle, these simple tips could dramatically change your lifestyle and help you save maybe even thousands of dollars. So let's get started. My first hack for clearing clutter is to unsubscribe. Preferably not from this channel, but thinking about places where you are often tempted to buy things and maybe often do buy things from those areas. So specifically, let's start with company emails. If you are on an email list for a particular clothing company or whatever the company is, any sort of store, chances are sometimes they do send you promotions or deals, but they also send you information about new products, different promotions to get you into the store or to get you shopping with them. Well, this might give you value, or sometimes you feel like you catch a good deal because of it. It also means we're much more likely and tempted to shop there. A perfect example, Jake is subscribed to the Pact company newsletter list. They do a bunch of organic and ethical clothing, and I'm not trying to hate on them. I genuinely love that company, and we do have quite a few clothing items from this company. The running joke is that on an average day, the majority of what Jake is wearing is Pact. He loves that company. However, as great as the company is, as wonderful as it is, as ethical as it is, it's still a marketing tactic. And I know several of the times that Jake has purchased items, or maybe I've even purchased items from there with like a shared order with him. I know that some of these have happened because he was notified of a certain deal in his email. And what does that do? It does encourage us to buy more. Now, it is different if it's something that does give you value, but being subscribed to these lists can be tempting. It can also really clutter up your email inbox quickly too, especially if they're sending notification emails often. So unsubscribing from these company emails could be really helpful, and usually it just is a couple clicks to remove yourself from the list. Likewise, if you do feel like you're consuming maybe social media or YouTube videos that are consistently promoting that you are shopping or buying more, maybe it is time to reduce your consumption of that. Maybe you do unsubscribe or unfollow someone because of the temptation. I think the same sort of logic applies here, that if someone is trying to lose weight or eat healthier, it's probably not going to help you very much if you're subscribed to or following channels that show a lot of junk food or really rich and unhealthy meals being served, because you're going to automatically want that more than you would if you didn't even know they existed. So take a look at the kind of media you're consuming and the places you're spending your time when you are bombarded with these messages. There are a lot of different advertisements and messages that we can't control. For example, the ad that may have been playing in front of this video or on TV, or the billboard that you drive by and work. You can't really control those, but you can control specific accounts that you follow on social media or YouTube. You can somewhat control things that come into your email inbox. So really, being mindful of that and unsubscribing from things if you need to could be a really great way to avoid that temptation. Hack number 2 to curb clutter is to change up your activities. Specifically shopping, but other activities could apply as well. Every activity that we do has some sort of stuff that's part of that. And I'm not saying that you have to get rid of any activity that has stuff involved. You obviously have to evaluate the value that these different activities give. I know I really enjoy making YouTube videos, but I have some lights set up here, tripod. I've got several pieces of equipment that I have to hold on to help make these videos, especially since it gets dark so early these days. But there are some activities that maybe bring in a lot of clutter, but maybe don't actually give us that much value. Shopping's the easiest example of talking about bringing in clutter, because when you're shopping, if you are buying something, which I'm guessing you probably are, that's going to add clutter to your space. Sometimes these are things that we need or use. Sometimes these things we don't really end up using. I know that's probably not the intention when we start. With shopping, I think sometimes people associate shopping as a fun activity, it's a social activity with friends. Whatever it is, I think shopping is kind of a release for a lot of people. So if you are someone who enjoys shopping for fun, this is a great time to stop and reflect and think, why do I get so much value out of shopping? What part of it is it that I get most excited about? Is it the social element? You getting to spend time with friends and family? Is it the atmosphere? Is it the idea that whatever you're buying is going to fulfill you in some way that gets you excited about the future, or whatever it is? I can't give you an exact formula here because I'm sure that it's something that varies for everyone, what they specifically enjoy about shopping. But if you can kind of pinpoint what the reason is that you are getting value out of shopping, you can find a replacement activity that will, kind of mean the same thing to you, just not requiring you to bring as much new into your life. For example, if you're someone who mostly likes shopping as kind of a social fun activity, think about things that you could do instead with those individuals in your life that could be more positive. So rather than going shopping with this person or these people, maybe there are fun activities you can do with them instead that will give you the same sort of satisfaction. Perhaps you cook with them, go for a walk with them, watch a movie with them. There's a lot of different activities that are still fun ways to spend time with someone that don't require as much money, first of all, but then also that you're shopping and consuming more, bringing more into your life. Even if you're someone, let's say, who enjoys art or crafts a lot, you obviously probably need a variety of materials for the crafts that you're doing. But there could be situations where you either have quite a few extra supplies on hand that you don't really need, or that you're maybe tempted to bring new things in to, for this hobby that aren't really needed. And just thinking about that, being aware of that could be important. Again, whatever your hobbies are, if it gives you value, I fully support that. And again, I know for me, just using the YouTube example, I've got a lot of techie things and lights and all of that I really wish I didn't have, but at the same time, it's part of what I'm doing and it's a practical option for me. So regardless, seeing if you can change your activities a little bit, if there are things that you're doing that maybe don't give you as much value, but are contributing a lot to the stuff that's in our lives. And finally, my third hack here is to set limits. It's really important to hold yourself accountable, especially when we are continually bombarded with all of these messages that we need to buy this or do this to feel better about ourselves. So when you're setting limits, think about what areas you are bringing in the most clutter to your life and respond accordingly. Maybe you feel like you don't have as much control as you'd like when shopping. Some people find that a cash-only system works well for them, where they have a certain amount of cash that they can spend, and if you run out of cash, you can't go over it. You're not using a credit card, you're not using a debit card, and that can be a really positive situation for many. For Jake and I know I really enjoy grocery shopping, and it seems like there's always new vegan products that I want to try. However, recently we have been limiting ourselves to maybe choosing each one additional item we want that's not on our list. This makes it a lot more challenging for us to, decide what we want, but it does prevent us from overspending and bringing too many new items into our lives that we won't eat in a timely fashion. So that's been a way that helps us. Having accountability can help. So if there's someone else in your life who you can talk to about this or work together with, that probably also can make life a lot easier. But having clear limits ahead of time can dramatically help you when you're trying to live more simply and prevent yourself from bringing this clutter into your life. So those are my 3 hacks to curb clutter. I hope this video was helpful for you. I am really hoping that you are able to have a really positive and minimalist year coming up. And so setting some new habits about ways to prevent clutter can hopefully help in making your life easier, saving money, all of the good things. I will very soon be posting a video to help us prepare for the new year with some decluttering advice. So if you are not yet subscribed to the channel, go ahead and check that out here so you don't miss when I post that later this week. And if you want to check out some past videos, I have some more here. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.